Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies, and I'm here today with my review of Midsommar, which is now in theaters. It stars Florence Pugh and Jack Reynor as Danny and Christian. They are a couple in a really rough patch in their relationship. She decides to tag along with him and some of his buddies to this music festival in Sweden, but when they arrive, they realize that not all is well, and it really is this commune with some very dangerous and horrific rituals. It also stars Will Poulter, William Jackson Parker, and Willem Blomgren. This is written and directed by Ari Aster, and this is his second feature-length film following last year's Hereditary. You may remember that was in my top 10 of 2018 list. You may think of Stanley Kubrick or Ingmar Bergman along the way. So right from the very beginning, there is this state of doom and gloom. Danny starts off in a really fragile state due to a family crisis. Her anxiety level is already sky high. And you also have the score that then plays into that dread that makes you realize that it's not going to get any better for her. Her state of being makes her vulnerable and the kind of victim at the heart of this story. Now, if someone asks you to go to a foreign country for a music festival, just say no, because you know it's not going to end well. I knew early on not to trust anyone. I couldn't trust Christian or his friends or anyone that they come in contact with on this base. My guard was up, which then plays into the uneasy feeling when you realize that it's only going to get worse from there. You essentially know how it's going to end, but it's the unpredictable journey that will have you shaking your head. Midsommar is extremely graphic and not for anyone with a weak stomach. Ari Aster is not afraid to have visually disturbing images on screen that will sear into your brain. I was actually surprised that only one person walked out of the theater. I applaud Aster for making a wholly original film. When you think about he and his creative team made this entire community with dance and music and these religious rituals loosely inspired by Swedish folklore. It's a fascinating mind trip when you then compare it to Jonestown or the Rajneeshis or other cult-like religions. Now, Florence Pugh, who we saw earlier this year in Fighting With My Family, and Jack Reynor both giving these harrowing, raw performances, really reaching to some extremely vulnerable heights. Along with Hereditary or Jordan Peele's Us, they really remind you, these films remind you that you can have powerful performances in the horror genre. It's up to the audience to then determine if it's an abstract film with its themes. Is it merely just this horrific breakup film set against a commune? I've also read a few takes that talk about the film's toxic masculinity. Or do you just take it at face value with Ari Aster's thoughts on the dangers of these communes and how they manipulate the vulnerable? Midsommar will have audiences extremely divided. It's not necessarily a middle-of-the-road type of movie. My brain and my stomach were in knots afterwards, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have tons of new reviews and movies of Spider-Man Far From Home and Toy Story 4. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for even more reviews and some new trailers, including Rian Johnson's new movie, Knives Out. Thank you so much for watching Paul's Trip to the Movies.